Hey, Adrienne Elise here. How is it going? Welcome to day 2 of 21 Days of Presence, September 2nd, 2018. Well, the energy is gradually coming back, and there's definitely some big messages around if you can take that time to regenerate, to understand that you're working on multiple levels that you don't understand right now. Your physical body is going through a cleanse from the energies, and everything's coming up on all levels. It's exhausting in a way that's just doesn't make sense in this world. But if you can take that time to regenerate, to get plenty of rest and sleep and to drink lots of water and take care of yourself, then it's dealing with this transition right now is so much better. And so there's a little bit more energy today. You can feel, we're starting to feel that we're coming out, climbing our way out of this strange retrograde season. And so it's good. And the main message for today on day 2 is that self-care is just so incredibly important. And not only does it help us regenerate our energetic field, which is something that this whole world doesn't validate that we even have. And so when it's depleted, you don't even know what it is. And a lot of people feel like, well, I'm lazy, or, I just have this, I'm not, able to do all the things that all the other people are able to do and get done in this 3D reality. And it's like, well, maybe because you're doing work on these other levels. And so the self-care is absolutely key. Now, the other thing about the self-care is it tells the universe that you are willing to honor yourself. And that seems to be the gateway for all of the blessings of this world. And there is messages around blessings, new life, new paths, new people, in people's lives trying to land. And can we accept it and feel that we deserve it? And so we are at this place of crossroads, where we have one foot in the old world and our old identities and one foot in the new. And it's getting more and more kind of stressful to play both sides. And but just remembering that you're going through a big process and taking that time to be with yourself and give yourself what you need is telling the universe that you're ready for this shift, and you're ready for the blessings to come, and you're ready for the understanding to come. It'll be pretty interesting as this next season unfolds and we start to figure out what 2018 has been about. And it's been so kind of strange, and energies just happening, but subtly too, because so much of the transits in 2018, the angles between the planets are very harmonious. And whereas the past 6, 7, 8 years, we've had these like square, tension, change. And now it's like, wait, are we changing now? And this is the adjustment. So it's really nice that we have, and then particularly feeling this sweet energy between, a lot of the transits we're feeling all at one time of these major things that have been happening. Like we've got that Saturn trine Uranus, and that's about creating new ideas, bringing new ideas into form in the physical reality, and magical occurrences, information coming through around transforming the physical world. And that's really helpful. And we also have a beautiful trine between Jupiter and Neptune. They're still close. And then we also have the Jupiter's coming back into sextile with Pluto, which is another awesome harmonious aspect. And it's about creative solutions between the shadow work, the bringing light to the shadow and uncovering the truth and uncovering the depths of what really moves us, and harmonized creatively with the breakdown that's trying to happen on the planet right now. So it's just an interesting time where we're starting to gain back some more energy, but we're also feeling a little bit more grounded. with this Virgo, the sun in Virgo. And so the thing about trines and sextiles is that you kind of have to make them work for you. Whereas the squares and oppositions in astrology, the planets, when they're opposing each other or they're in this 90-degree angle of a square, there's just tension there, and it happens to you no matter what. You're going to feel it. That's like the Saturn squaring Chiron right now. Those deep wounds that are keeping us from getting on our true path and claiming our authority and our right to have our own spiritual destiny and evolution. So those just happen to you. But the trines and sextiles, you have to kind of reach out and grab them and take advantage. And so that's another aspect of this self-care. You know, you're giving yourself what you need. You're honoring the divine part of you that's doing all this energetic work that you don't understand. You're telling the universe you're ready to receive the new and the blessings. And you're also supporting the collective as you pay attention to these energies. And so much harmonizing is available by you, these soul groups that we're talking about and addressing right now, being present. So that's what we're doing here today. And so welcome again to day 2 of 21 days of presence. And the cool thing about today is number 2, it's kind of like 1 and 1 is 2, and we're starting to build something. And the cool thing about this is it's the 21 days of presence is going through the 21st of September and then lead up to the equinox on the 22nd. So kind of a cool number around working together to find solutions, these creative solutions, and starting to build something new. So let's just go ahead and enjoy the energy. And if you caught the video yesterday, you can always go back and catch up if you come to the series late, or just, you know, they stand on their own too. But go ahead and just feel yourself arrive right here in this moment. And paying attention to the base of your spine. There's a lot with anytime you get these big transition times on the planet, it's almost like we're having a seasonal transition right now over these next 3 weeks. But because of all the energies we've gone through, and because 2018 is a transition year, it's like transition times 10, times 1,000, times million. It's like, whoa, you know, very tumultuous, which is why it's so great to just try to be quiet and take care of yourself as the medicine that's needed right now. And so there's a lot of kind of triggering of this old, you know, subconscious fear energy in the collective consciousness as Chiron is turned retrograde, heading back into Pisces, and Mars has been in retrograde in Capricorn at the end degrees of Capricorn, speaking to the 2020 astrology. And so here we are at this crossroads place. And so the understanding that our presence right now, and it's about us, right? It's about taking care of yourself and sending this message to the universe and maintaining your life force and making sure that you've got your ducks in a row for this transition. But there's something greater happening here too. And it's about being present for the collective consciousness. And it's been such a dark and heavy thing for indigo souls and starseeds and light workers to deal with collective energy on this planet, because there's some dark stuff that's happening all the time, and people are in pain and suffering, and sensitive soul just, it's like, oh man, this world, you know, can I be here? And how do I make this work? And so it's kind of a cool time in a way for light workers, because there's just this huge opportunity to shift that paradigm and feel how your peace and your presence that you're claiming for yourself. And it takes a lot of spiritual will to claim that. And that's kind of our challenge right now, with all the distractions, technology, and other people in our life that are not on this path. And it's like, no, this is what's most important, and I got to do it right now. But it's kind of a cool shift around feeling that your peace, by claiming your peace and claiming that spiritual will and claiming your presence, in this time of transition is just a huge support to the collective energies, because so many people, souls just aren't aware of what's going on, and you are aware, and that's been a big problem. And now you can see that you're part of the solution. That's a big part of what 2018 is all about in this transition time. So let's just feel into this. Just feel into this peace that's available through your spiritual will in this moment, right here, right now. Just take 5 minutes. And what's cool is that when you develop a field like this, even if you just use 5 minutes to do it, you can come back to this field throughout your day. And that's why it's like kind of cool to do it once a day, because we're building this field, kind of strengthening it every day and putting this spiritual will, this intention into being simply present in the moment, in the now, in right here, the only time we actually really have. And so let's do it. And so go ahead and just pay attention to the base of your spine. And this is the root chakra. And this is the single most important energetic center of the body, because if our root chakra isn't engaged and in the present and in communication with Mother Earth, then we can't really operate any of the other chakras, and we can't access our intuitive knowing. We can't access our personal power. We can't work our heart because we're too busy in fight or flight mechanism. And that's kind of been the whole goal of the control energies, is to keep us there, right? Keep us in fear, keep us in war, keep us in poverty. And so this is like the most radical revolutionary act you can do right now. So welcome to the revolution. And so just go ahead and pay attention to this area of your spine, at the base of your spine, and see that just kind of look at what's in the way. When we're looking at this number 2 number, it's like you and Mother Earth are a 2. You're a pair, you're a partner, you're in partnership. And what is in the way of this? So just pay attention, just kind of imagine that there's the base of your spine where that root chakra lies, and what the energies right now are so intense, and so this big collective fear is getting generated, and it's like picking up, making us jump kind of out of our body. And so that's what the root chakra does. It's that feeling of being grounded, feeling of being safe. And the deal is like, unless you have an immediate thing, most fear has to do with the past and the fear of the future. It's not what's happening in the present. If there's something really bad happening in the present, you'd be acting on it. And so this fear energy isn't really serving us. It's an old primal energy that the control energies want to keep us stuck in, so we don't evolve, right? So they can continue to feed on us. And so here we are, and just go ahead and take a look at the energies between the base of your spine and Mother Earth, and just imagine you can look at it, kind of like you've got a screen out in front of you, and you can just look at this and what's in the way. Okay, what's there? What is this gap of energy? There's an energy around past lives of trauma where you got convinced that you didn't deserve this connection with Mother Earth, or maybe it's not okay for you to be here. Maybe in your family as a young child, you felt rejected in your light, and this triggered these past life pictures. But we all, as light workers, have this belief system that keeps us from coming into communication with Mother Earth from traumas that have happened to us in the past. And so just go ahead and look at it, and just imagine that you can clean out just whatever kind of, it's the Virgo, true to the Virgo energy, and just maybe a feather duster, or a magnet, or just wiping away, or maybe a little bonfire to just release any energies and belief systems and programming that is in between you and Mother Earth. And then go ahead, because this is where we have cords often to our ancestral lineage, contractual arrangements where we need to have some sort of agenda of our bloodline or our nation or our color of skin or our political beliefs or whatever, some sort of agenda energy from past lives. And that creates cords where your energy, you think you might be grounding, but you're actually connecting to like family distortion energy of like, well, you're in our bloodline, and so you're what you need to survive, and whether or not you get to survive is up to us because we own you, kind of stuff. So just imagine that you have this like, feather duster like we talked about, but maybe also like this magical dagger. It's just like this really cool energy that you can just cut away whatever's no longer serving you. And just imagine you're cutting all cords, because a lot of times we go to put down a root system in our root chakra and we find the cords there, and then our energy goes out the cords and it kind of leaks out, and we wonder why we can't maintain our sense of groundedness or our sense of connection and safety and security in this moment with Mother Earth. But this is the single most powerful thing you can do right now with all the subconscious fear in the collective coming up. And so just go ahead and hack away, cut away at all the false cords, all the energies that's going out to these contractual arrangements of other forces out there that decide whether you are safe, whether you get to be in the present moment, whether you get to be on planet Earth, whether you get to be in communication with Mother Earth, and just see yourself just this magic dagger, just like cutting all of this away. And that has made room for this root system. And just imagine that this root system, I'm kind of seeing like a waterfall, but whatever it looks like to you. And it's just like this flush of energy, like releasing all of this pent up, held up fear energy of like lifetimes of not feeling like it was safe to be on Mother Earth. And just feel this like washing through your whole being and through your root. And like water carries messages and electricity and information. And so go ahead and like feel this water wash through your being and also then to Mother Earth, and then come back up through your being. And so it's this beautiful communication, two-way communication with Mother Earth, and let this water be programmed with the original Gaia codes. These are like the original imprint of what was possible, the potential of this beautiful planet that we live on. And it has this like this kernel of like a blueprint of the Gaia codes, are the blueprint of the new Earth or the Aquarian age, and this beautiful potential of just living harmoniously and sustainably, and in treating Mother Earth as a living being that we are in communion with, rather than something somewhere just to put our garbage, and just go ahead and just receive an energetic wave to communicate with this Gaia codes through this water, through this washing over this beautiful energy with these, the trine and sextile both active with Jupiter, activating this water energy. And it's just this with Jupiter and Scorpio, it's cleansing. And it's kind of supporting and helping along this Sun in Virgo time. And just feel this beautiful waterfall of Gaia codes of just this magical, beautiful technicolor blue and green and white and pure and harmony, and all these animals, and everybody's happy. And just the sweet, sweet energy of the original potential, the highest timeline of this planet. And just feel yourself sink into that and let that be your security. Maybe partly people are having such a hard time grounding because our old Earth is dying. And so it feels like there's nothing under our feet. And it feels like there's kind of like, it's like we're grasping for reality and what's going on if you're aware energetically, right? And so go ahead and just imagine that now you're being caught and held in communication with the new Earth energies. And you can just sink in and feel more confident, more at home, and safer than you've ever felt before on this planet. And just feel yourself just sinking in, relaxing and releasing, giving it all to Mother Earth, washing away all of your concerns and worries and cares, all the energy of other people, all of these contractual arrangements with your bloodlines, and just washing it all away and allowing yourself this moment of peace and serenity and communion and security. Deep sense of spiritual security. This is why you're here. You might be challenged and pushed right now to find this security. But it's why you're here, because you're offering it to the people around you, which is why there's not very many other people around you like you, because they're all having to do this for groups of people right now. So just become present in that and just see this beautiful Gaia code activation and imagine the planet is all just lighting up with all these light workers that are just like coming into this new energy of a different, completely different and new level of safety and security on planet Earth. And it's kind of interesting juxtaposition against all this crazy, chaotic subconscious fear coming up in the collective, right? And that's exactly the point. But when you come to this place, you know, and it just takes 5 minutes a day, you come to this place, create this field for yourself, and then the chaos and the drama, it just is silly. Right. And it's like, well, that's going on because energies are working themselves out. But this is really what's happening. And I'm right here on the cutting edge with it. So just enjoy this peace and serenity and security, taking a few deep breaths. Feeling this beautiful communication with Mother Earth through the base of your spine, your root chakra, with this beautiful two-way waterfall. Just giving yourself this moment of deep, deep rest. Perhaps your soul's been tired for a long time, lifetimes, trying to find security on planet Earth. Just give yourself a few minutes of this deep rest and reset your whole field to this rest. Receiving an energetic wave to support this deep peace and serenity. Just reaching deep down into the earth. And just enjoying your time here, creating this field that you can come back to throughout the day in moments whenever you think about it. Maybe you can picture this beautiful place in nature with a waterfall and being alone and with Mother Earth Gaia, and just feeling that feeling of deep safety and security and in communion with all of the plants and animals and rocks and waters that make up Mother Earth. And just breathe in those negative ions that happen with that water rushing and cleansing and healing. And just, this knowing inside of you that this is what's happening on the planet right now. And you can come back to this place and breathe deep and cleanse yourself, cleanse your lungs and cleanse your physical body by just returning to this energetic field. So just enjoying your time here as long as you would like. But when you're ready, go ahead and complete your meditation. Well, thank you so much for joining me for day 2 of 21 Days of Presence. I'm Adrienne Elise, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Namaste.